Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And my brothers and sisters, I've had this one on the back burner on my desk for a week. Who's ready to demolish the most recent gun control report with their own words in their own report? This is going to be something you guys are going to want to see because they are at it again, and we are right here standing stalwart on the wall. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one. And of course, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. All right, my brothers and sisters, as you know, the gun controllers, they really like their data points in their reports, which is why they fund far left reports and get far left results. And then the media takes them, they run with them, then politicians pick them up, and that becomes the talking points for like a week or a month, depending on how effective they are in their focus groups. However, this one is just plain silly because this is coming out of Axios. Now, this came from the Center for American Progress, I believe. This is not really kosher. Check this out. We're going to destroy it because it destroys itself. All I'm going to do is read it to you. America's highest gun death rates are in the South. So now keep in mind, this has been a talking point to the left for a while. They really want to drive home the fact that it's in the South. The South is the problem. And the South is mostly red, so therefore red states are more dangerous. That's been their tack for a while. However, then you see things like this. For example, the cities with the most reported gun-related homicides per capita in 2022. As you can see, some of the most egregious cities are in the South, as was noted in the title. You know, the only one problem, and we're going to come back to this, but the big purple circles that you're seeing, St. Louis, Democrat mayor, Birmingham, Democrat mayor, Jackson, Mississippi, Democrat mayor, Baton Rouge and New Orleans, both Democrat mayors. Now, they're trying to get in front of the idea that the perception is that blue states are more dangerous, which is ironic because their gun control, or blue city is more dangerous because they believe in gun control. They're trying to get in front of that fact, and then they trip all over themselves. Check this out. Let's continue with their presentation. The cities with the highest firearm homicide rates are clustered in the South, generally in red states with less restrictive gun laws, according to an analysis by left-leaning Center for American Progress Action Fund provided exclusively to Axios. Just so you know, little side note, the Center for American Progress Action Fund is very left. It's not center left. This is very left. But anyway, let's continue. Because this is why it matters per Axios. The report argues that the findings refute Republican narratives that progressive policies stoke more crime in cities. They're trying to get in front of this because it's a very damaging narrative, because it's reality. It's based on perception. Anyone who has eyes can see what it is. But listen to how it falls apart here, because this is next level beautiful. St. Louis had America's highest gun homicide rate in 2022, followed by Birmingham, Alabama, New Orleans, Jackson, Mississippi, and Baltimore. Again, all Democrat-run cities. In fact, Baltimore is a Democrat-run gun control state. Jackson, Mississippi, New Orleans, Birmingham, Alabama, those are in red states, but they're all blue cities run by blue mayors. Now, let's continue. The average gun homicide rate in blue state cities was 7.2 per 100,000 residents. The analysis found in red state cities, it was 11.1 deaths per 100,000. So they're trying to draw the comparison in that statement. Keep in mind, we're going to come right back to that. They're trying to draw the comparison that red state values impact blue-run cities inside those red states more negatively than they do in blue cities run in blue states. There's only one little tiny eensy-weensy problem with that, and that's this right here, which is in the next article line. Yes, but... seriously, it's from Axios, it's linked. Gun homicide rates were higher overall in blue cities, as defined by the mayor's party affiliation, than in red ones. So that's just the first part. So even in the own write-up, in the exclusive report handed to Axios, they're even saying what they're trying to refute. Gun homicide rates were higher overall in blue cities. Well, if they're higher overall in blue cities, doesn't that kind of refute the entire point of your article and your narrative framing? Let's continue. The report argues that blue cities differ from red cities when it comes to factors like population size, poverty rate, and inequality, and that contrasting them doesn't yield meaningful conclusions. Contrasting them doesn't yield meaningful conclusions except when the entire article and reference is about drawing a contrast. The entire point here is they're trying to draw a contrast between red and blue cities inside red and blue states. And then once they find out later in the article in the report that blue states are higher homicide rates with firearms, all of a sudden it's not important to contrast them because it's apples to oranges. Do you see how stupid this is? Please let me know if I landed the plane in the comments field or in the Premiere chat because it just boggles my mind. But one more thing for you. This is one of the guys who was involved in the research, reacting to the research. He said that research has shown that laws to keep children from accessing guns and background checks paired with some kind of licensing or permitting can reduce gun violence. On the other hand, more permissive concealed carry laws increase the risk of violence. Increase the risk. All of this is potential. These laws could do this. Concealed carry or constitutional carry could do this. Keep in mind, these are all risk and analysis. This is all hypotheticals. This next sentence, though. At the end of the day, it's just about guns and opportunities and that risk. It does go up when more guns are available, he said. It's not about an individual intent. It's about population level risk. That last part is the key of all keys. If you hear nothing else, listen to this. It's not about individual intent. It's about population level risk. Do you understand what that translates to? Your rights aren't important. Your intent of your rights are not important because the greater good with all the massive populations, there's more risk over here. So your interests have now been outbalanced by the population size. This is the level that the left is going to. This is the tack that they're taking. Whether it's gun control, abortion, immigration, whatever, healthcare, I don't care. The point is, they're saying that all the individual intent doesn't matter. It's all about the population size and the potential risk of that population size. This whole study and this article right up on this study contradicts itself right off the gate. And at the very end, they throw that little nougat in there. Again, let me go back to the exact piece that's the most important. The report argues that blue cities differ from red cities when it comes to factors like population size, poverty rate, and inequality, and that contrasting them doesn't yield meaningful results. Okay, well, let me go to the first part again. The cities with the highest firearm homicide rates are clustered in the South. You can't make this up. And that's why we're going to win this every single day, because these guys don't think with their brains. They think with their emotions. And even they contrast themselves on their own reports. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And let me see you in the comments field. I'll see you on the next one.